cut. Bing, bang, bing, bong, bong.
Bing bong, bing bang, bang bang bong.
Episode 6.
Yep.
Welcome back.
Damn. I'm just going to start every episode just screaming the episode number.
Until we lose one episode and then we have to,
Listen to me screaming as to what episode it is.
I'll probably cut it out and be like, you'll probably be like, episode, and I'll be like, 4.
Episode 4.
Yeah. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning. This is
It
the
is
first,
the morning.
Yeah, this is the first time we ever recorded in the morning.
Yeah. Every
Feels
other
weird.
episode is like late at night.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, usually there's no light peeking through your window.
I'm still like asleep.
Yeah.
Feels kind of good though.
Yeah, it's like
I'm messing with
cozy
the
in here.
vibes.
That's the vibe that I was
Bro.
going for.
It is cozy as fuck.
It is, to be honest.
We
You
got
guys have a
lightning
nice
playing.
temperature. We got lightning on the TV.
I got something even better. I'll be back.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Thought about something really good while I was awake.
Okay.
While I was...
While you were awake.
It's going to be good for Pat and I, but Kyle...
All right, well, we're going to have to carry this podcast. So, how's your day been? Pretty good. I think it's been pretty good. The State of the Union is pretty good. What the fuck is that? Oh, bitch. That's a whole ass ottoman. You're wild.
Fucking foot stand.
Yes, baby.
Fucking fan. God.
You just-
Yeah, we should probably move that out of the way. You could drop it on the side now. I said the side, but not my way. All right, we're back. The thing just cut out. I don't know why.
You fixed it?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Attempt number 3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Third time's a charm.
Good Mile Zero morning.
Good morning from the Mile Zero.
Good morning from
Yes.
Mile Zero.
It is morning. If it's not morning when you're listening to this, good time.
Good time.
Good time.
Yeah.
Good times.
Every day,
Anyway.
every hour's a vibe.
Anyway, how
Yeah.
are you guys? Episode 6. We're here. We made it.
Episode 6. Wild. We haven't even posted 3.
We're
Yep.
already
That's
balls
crazy
deep.
to think about. We've got enough episodes lined up to supply the next month and a half.
Unless we start double uploading.
Oh, shit.
Which I have some good news about that.
What do you think about that?
It's not going to be double uploading like full podcast, is it? Or
I mean, like, why the fuck not?
I was thinking,
Yeah.
we're recording a lot, and we probably need more space to put these and keep them organized.
Yeah.
One thing I
Because,
wanna
like,
say about
because
that-
I finished episode 3. And I finished editing it. All I have to do is put it together, render it, and that's it. And it's uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
And I started episode 4. I finished episode 4. No, I haven't. I'm almost done with episode 4. I need like 10 more minutes. And I was like, I'm going to take a day break because I'm so ahead of myself.
Yeah. That's what kind of got us thinking about double uploading, but at the same time,
It's just like,
I feel like once we start double uploading, it's going to be kind of stressful.
yeah.
You feel
Don't
me?
expect it. It's just a welcome
Don't expect
surprise.
the unexpected. Don't have any expectations for anyone. And that's actually a good segue of what I wanted to talk about today.
Segue?
Yeah.
Slow it down, homie.
Because,
Swagway.
and I don't know. I just feel like meeting new people in my life and just doing things in life in general, I have way too many expectations for everyone when I shouldn't have expectations at all. That way they don't make me upset. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. I was talking to my teacher was talking about it, and she's just like, don't have any expectations and stuff like that for people. And she's like, also, she went into expectations and went into like playing the what you call it? What is it called? What you call it? The victim card.
Oh.
Yeah. She's just like, yeah, you shouldn't play the victim card for everything, just blaming people for stuff that you caused or you had a big part to deal with, you know what I mean?
Facts. I wonder if she watches Gary Vee. Because he just posted something about expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, once you drop expectations, life gets so much better. It's unbelievable.
I saw a thing in that comment section, actually, that was like, only have one expectation for people, and that is nothing. And I was like, I guess, but also, if they do something, then your expectation of them doing nothing
Grows a little bit.
is...
It doesn't. It kind of makes sense to me.
Kind of raising the bar.
You slowly raise the bar a little bit more and more. And then you know like what to expect from people once you like raise the bar a certain level and they don't go
And
past
they
it.
don't go past it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But she was talking a lot about like playing the victim card, which is another thing that I want to talk about, that we blame people for a lot of things that we do.
I know. We blame outside forces, period.
Because we don't want to
Doesn't have
blame
to be-
ourselves.
Doesn't have to be people. Exactly.
Yeah, like and we're also another thing that ties in with the victim card is just what you call it? We think we're entitled to everything, and that's kind of like why we blame people, cuz we think we're entitled to like the best outcome of something when we cause that problem. You know what I'm trying to say?
Not really.
Like you get in a car accident with somebody, you blame them, and then you feel like you're entitled to win even though it was your fault.
I guess I feel that.
That was kind of a bad explanation, but I don't know. I was just trying. That's like
I want to go back to expectations and talk about that. We can go kind of bing bang bong. We can go expectations, and then blaming people.
yeah.
Or
The
blaming
victim
outside
card.
forces. The victim card. Yeah.
I want to take this slowly because I just threw like 3 topics out that kind of don't tie in correctly.
Yeah. That's
So,
why I
yeah.
want to kind of come back to them and kind of pick them apart. So first, I want to talk about expectations.
Yeah.
Expectations are huge.
Yeah.
That's the main problem with like, I'm gonna use video games for an example. You know when a video game's coming out
And you
and
like
everybody's hyped as shit about it, and then it comes out and everyone's pissed and the game dies so quick.
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of like a series video game. Like I don't think you guys played it, but I played Dishonored, and the first game was incredibly good. It was a good
Mhm.
storyline, had good gameplay, it had good everything. It was a
Mhm.
pretty old game, and Dishonored 2 came out, and everyone was just like had this high expectation for it and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah,
And when the
exactly.
game came out and people actually played it, they were like, "This game's trash."
That's like
Exactly.
Valve with Half-Life.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 came out and it completely changed like everybody's experience with gaming.
Mhm.
It was like a lot of people's first FPS. I personally never played it, but I've heard a lot of stories about it.
Yeah.
And they were going to release Half-Life 3. Like they had the story written and everything, but they canceled the release because people's hype, like the hype was way too high for
Yeah.
it. They were never going to meet the
Yeah.
Expectation.
expectations.
That's
Yeah.
and that like when you told me that, I was like, damn, that's a move. Like that could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I try to think about how that relates to human interaction in a way. As far as having high expectations, but like kind of limiting yourself, kind of
Yeah.
becoming self-aware, and it's just like, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, to be honest with you.
It's kind of just like I don't know either, honestly. But I caught myself expecting something really great out of this new Borderlands game because one of our new friends got
Yeah.
it, and I was just like,
I heard it's not great. I mean,
Really?
I heard it's fun. It's just not as fun as like Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
But that's because no
That's-
Call of Duty would be as fun as Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing with every game. No GTA is gonna be better than GTA 5.
yeah, I guess you could say like no, but
Yeah.
my friend he got Borderlands 2, Dylan.
3.
He's a Borderlands fanatic actually. He loves all the Borderlands series. He's played them all. And he got Borderlands 3, and he's like, we were talking about it, and I was just like, because they teased going to a different planets in the game.
Oh yeah.
And I talked to him. I'm like, how many? I'm like, can you go to different planets? And he's like, yeah, you can only go to 5 though. And I was like, in my head, I was expecting like you can go to like a bunch of planets and go like on different servers and stuff like that and play, and like get the vault there. You know what I mean? That's what I was
Yeah.
expecting. But
It was like No Man's Sky, but Borderlands.
yeah, and I was
Not
just
that
like,
many planets, like 15 quintillion planets or something like that.
yeah, I was just like,
What if like planet travel becomes real? And they're like, all right, y'all, planets are open, but there's only 5.
I mean,
It's
like
like
that's
Disney.
kind of
It's like walking into Disney, paying money, and they're like, only 3 rides are open. So
it's kind of like if NASA came out today and it's just like, hey, yeah, we can travel to planets, and then we're
Yeah.
like, woo, and they're like, you can only travel to Mars though,
yeah,
and you're just like, oh,
we
You
can
act like
travel
that
to
wouldn't be
planet.
insane though.
yeah,
Somebody here?
I don't think so.
His dog's going wild. Sounds like she's barking at someone
Yeah.
or something. There's
She's
just a
prob-
grizzly bear out
Probably
front.
Benny or something.
Oh yeah, facts. We're having a party on Sunday.
Excuse me, we're here.
No,
Oh, I was about to be like, what?
At Okeechobee Park.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I'm like, you can't fit like more than 5 people in that
I feel like
place.
doing a slide. You doing anything Sunday?
Sunday, I work.
Church.
You still go to church?
I want to go to a new church.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know if I want to put this in or not, but I'm not with it. I'm not with the Old Testimony stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
I
not
feel
with
that.
all that old stuff.
I like going to
Testimony.
church because they be like super motivational, like live your life now.
Yeah.
But then they start saying religious shit, and I'm like, I don't know about all this.
Okay, I'm just trying to be motivated.
Yeah, facts.
Like that's the one good thing about church, in my opinion, is like the motivation aspect of it, like
Yeah.
the morals.
Morals are huge.
Yeah, like a lot of people's morals come from religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the church that I want to go to, I don't know. I feel the church that I go to now, there's nothing wrong with it. I really do like it. It's in Spanish, and it's like,
Spanish
And-
churches are lit.
yeah, but it's in a Spanish that I kind of understand. Like the pastor, he's from like Central America. I'm from the Caribbean, so we do have a different Spanish.
Like
and
dialect.
yeah, like we say different words and stuff like that. So I understand it, but I don't fully understand it
Yeah.
most-
Yeah.
sometimes. But the church that I really want to go to is I haven't found it yet, but I know there's some around here where it's for like for younger people, and they it's like you can relate more to them because they're young and the pastor's young, and
Mhm. Yeah.
I know there's one on that they post videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
and they
That's why
just
we wanted to make this podcast, because we're young and we're relatable.
yeah, and they just say like stuff about, they talk about church and they talk about Jesus and religion and stuff like that, but they also tie it in with everyday problems that the
Mhm.
youth
Yeah, exactly.
faces.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I want to do. Like,
Yeah. I'm kind of down to talk about religion, because what I wanted to say was, like, I'm non-religious. I'm very non-religious. It's not like, oh, I don't believe in God, or oh, I believe in God. I don't practice anything. I just kind of stay out of religion, period. So like, I'll go to church and I feel really good in church, but because of a different reason. Like, it's just a bunch of people just kind of sharing the same vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's really nice in church, but at the same time, I feel like I'm kind of disrespecting, because I see people praying and stuff, and I'm like, this doesn't do anything for me, you know?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel really disrespectful, even though I know they're like, most religions things like, oh, we accept anyone who wants to, like, you know, it's just a personal feeling thing. And so I don't like going to church, because I feel like I'm disrespecting the religion in a way,
Yeah.
because I'm taking something from it that maybe is not like intended exactly by the church. And for that reason, I feel like I'm kind of taking advantage of the space, you know.
yeah.
So that's the only reason I don't really go to church much. But when I do, I just kind of got to keep my mind in the right place.
Yeah.
As far as like,
Yeah.
I'm not here to disrespect anyone or anything.
Yeah, most churches aren't like, they won't find it disrespectful. They'll just find you as like, you don't have faith in God, and they want to open that up to you. Like,
Yeah, I know. I
you
don't like
should-
that either, though. Like, I don't like being brung on to stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because my family's very religious. My grandma goes to church every single Sunday. Gabby, she graduated from a Catholic school. And, you know, she has her communion and all that. But I was always the only one in the family that's just, like, not religious. And it's
Yeah.
because they've tried to, like, you know, talk to me about it. And I don't want to say bring me on to something, but they just kind of, because, I mean, they see the light in religion, and I just don't. And it's probably difficult to see that in a family member, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I don't know. I just grew up very religious and stuff like that, and it's just something that I've always practiced. For me, church when I was younger was boring as fuck, but like, and then I stopped going for like the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was just like, maybe I'll just give it another shot. And my girlfriend introduced me to her church, and it was just like, yeah, I'll go to it, and I started liking it more. And then I started like praying on my own, and I'm just like, I want to find my own church where I can relate to it the most, and just be like, I'm going because I want to go,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Of course.
Yeah, my sister, she's kind of she's pretty religious. She goes to church. She hasn't been going recently because she's got like work to deal with.
Mhm.
But she went to church every I think Saturday for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I've never personally been religious. You are,
Yeah.
you know me.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like we're talking very low.
Yeah.
Very low.
I can turn you guys up a little bit.
Maybe we're just talking low. We're gonna get into like a.
It's that morning vibe.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I still have morning voice.
Also, that lightning is like a flashbang to me every
Oh
second.
yeah. Fucking lightning on the TV. What were we saying though? Oh yeah, like religion. And
Yeah.
You not being religious.
Yeah.
I had something to say about it, but I lost it, and I'm mad about it.
I was talking to my dad the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like, if there is a God, this is gonna be pretty controversial. I don't know if I should say
You
this.
can say it. We'll see.
Yeah.
If there's a very hard cut soon, you know
But
why.
yeah, I was like, if there is a God, I wouldn't want to follow him because he sounds like an asshole.
Why?
Because
What-
like,
I have something to say about
just
this.
the way he like, if he is like the creator of all people, and he just like, people are created by him, then all these people with like disabilities, it's like he's just experimenting on people and throwing them out into the world.
Not that.
like-
it's
no.
more of a like a testimony to other people.
Yeah, people
Like
are in
everything.
this.
The thing about God and the thing about the reason people worship God is because he kind of makes the world work in a way that we can't see. Only he can.
Yeah,
And so everyone says, "Oh, if somebody like dies in the family, don't look at it as a bad thing. It's God doing this for the family." You know, it's always a positive.
yeah. I mean, like, I have a thing about it. Like, I'm gonna use me as an example. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in or cut it out. The way I grew up, like, you act like I ask that question all the time. I'm like, why is God doing this to me
Mhm.
and stuff like that? Like my parents, like you know how they act and stuff like that. You know how they are to each other.
Yeah.
Me seeing all this shit and then me having a brother like that instead.
Yeah.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like you have to. I thought of it. I'm just like maybe he did that to me so I can grow up and show
Exactly.
people
Take responsibility.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, and show people why you shouldn't be like that, and like you should be grateful for what you have because not a lot of people have what you have.
Yeah.
And it's just like he
For-
does all these things. He puts all these problems in your way so you can like solve them and learn from them and
Mhm.
share them and share your experience and like what you've been through.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why people are like so like I don't know. It's kind of like
Like for
let me-
example.
I don't know how to word this. Like that's why some people are like famous in their way because they're like they've been through problems, they work through it and stuff like that. But you have your own problems and you're gonna be your own way and even better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like the want and the need thing.
For example, like. For example, right? And your other sister up in USF.
Yeah.
Think about how much closer you are with because of how she is versus your other sister. You know, I feel like people with disabilities kind of bring families together,
Yeah,
and they
you
like kind
have
of work with each other.
you
and-
have a very strong like sibling relationship.
Yeah.
Like I feel like nothing would get in the way of you, your brother, and your sister.
for that reason.
You
'Cause,
might
like,
think
you were
that,
with
but-
Sam every day for that reason. You know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you might
And you
think
guys got
like
really
you
close.
might think the opposite. Like yeah, maybe there's like the one thing, but at the end of the day, you guys are still family, and I feel like nothing will separate that from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys will be there, have each other's backs, no matter what. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not religious, but I understand these like, you know,
Little things.
yeah,
The little practices.
like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Like-
I understand all that.
We all face our own problems, so it's because the reason why we face these problems and the reason why we have these problems is because God knows it would be better for us at the end of the day, and it would help us like a lot substantially at the end of the day. Like it might not be what you want in your life. You might be like, oh, I don't want to be like that, but God knows is like it's what you
what's
need.
best for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
but
what you need.
why is he fucking up someone else's life just to make me stronger or something?
Maybe he isn't. Maybe he's happier in the state she is than she would have been if,
Yeah,
Maybe.
you know.
you never know.
I mean, life's hard that way, but it's just.
It's just you got to learn from it and you got to accept it.
Now look at that kid's happy as hell.
Yeah, and I look at him and I worry about that kid all the time. I go pick him up from school, I buy him all the stuff he wants, and I feel like God made my brother like that because I act more of a father figure to than my dad does, and I always treat him. I'm like, hey, how's your day? How is this? You want to do this? What do you want to go do? And stuff
Yeah.
like that, and it's just teaching me how to be like that. So when I have kids and when I bring up my own family, I can be the better man at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's what all that's for. I feel like whether there's a God or not, I feel like there is something in charge of like how the universe works,
Probability.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like it's weird because stuff happens and it's just like that's like Stephen Hawking, for example. People
Yeah.
like Stephen Hawking, I mean, there's no way there's not a power behind something like that, you know?
And it's just like it's kind of going back to what the thing that Kyle said, like the reason it might be the reason why people are like what they are, like having those disabilities, is because probably God is saving them from themselves because they might have done something very like bad or like something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It could be anything, honestly. Like there's no way to depict what God's thinking.
Yeah. Just know that everything's like this, I guess you could say, for a reason, and you just got to learn from it and live from it.
Yeah, we're all designed to be able to overcome these things.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, and we can, and we will, and we have. I mean, you see some powerful people who've been through some shit, dude. I actually
Yeah.
have a story, yeah. Me and my grandma were going up to see my uncle in prison up by Mayo, Florida. Way up there.
Mayo.
Yeah.
What?
It's like literally right on like the Georgia border. And so we were going all the way up there, and I guess they didn't let me in the jail. So we drove like 6 to 8 hours up to the jail, but they wouldn't let me in, only my grandma.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. I guess some
How old
legal
were you?
information. I was like maybe 16, 17. So,
Huh. That's weird.
yeah, it was for whatever reason. But anyway, we were like, we can't drive all the way back, I mean, we
Yeah.
came up here. My grandma was off that day, so it was just like, this was the only day to do it, to see her son,
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what ended up happening was she was like we both kind of agreed to it. I was like, I mean, if you could just find a spot for me to like chill while you visit, that's fine.
Yeah.
So what happened was we ended up driving back down the road like 30 minutes, and out there it's nothing. It's like gas
Country.
station, forest all the way down, and then like
Like
gas
actual
station.
like forest. It's not just like cornfields and shit like
No,
that.
no, yeah.
It's just like
it's-
forests, like
yeah.
big trees. I know
It's kind of mixed in.
Cane
There's-
fields.
there's,
That's
like
what we have down here.
patches of trees and then fields and trees.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What you
But yeah, I'm talking up by rural Florida.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's nothing, and it's all like kind of hick country,
Yeah.
And so we found this gas station, and we walked in. They're like, "Could he just stay here, while I do this visit?" And they were like, "That's probably illegal, and all this stuff." And it just got super like desperate and heated. So basically, what happened was, I stayed at that gas station, and my grandma went back up to see Tom.
Yeah.
And she called the gas station ladies. Are like, "Hey, we have this lady's kid here, who I guess the cops wanted to arrest her, because they did. They wanted to arrest my grandma because they were like, if you drop that kid off somewhere, you're going to jail. Like, that is illegal. You cannot do that."
I mean, like, you were a teenager. I mean, like,
Yeah, I know, but
I
I
would've
was
just-
underage still,
Yeah.
that is
know.
true.
and I don't know. It's just kind of a thing where like we both agreed to it, whether it was illegal or not. Everybody in the situation was fine for it, like except for the police.
Yeah.
So basically, we had our backs covered. The people at the gas station, sweetest people in the world. We're talking super crummy, old, dirty place,
Yeah.
And the people behind the counter were such sweethearts. They lived across the street in an abandoned motel. And
What?
basically, what happened was the lady gets on the phone and says, "Hey, like Sherry or whatever her name is. I'll say Sherry for now." She was
Mhm.
like, "This lady left her kid here. She needed to go see her son. They drove like 6 hours or whatever." And this woman comes walking across the street and says, "Hey, honey, I'll take you over here." And I walk across the street, the place I've never seen before. I've never been before. Never met these people.
Kind of dangerous.
They could have killed me right there. But I went with this lady. I met her. Such a fucking sweetheart. Like, we swear to God, she was a blessing. She let me into her house. She made me food. It felt like I was like at home in a sense.
Yeah.
And this is a random child that she just like picked up,
Yeah.
And they don't have, these people have nothing. They have no car, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the house was full of flies and it was dirty. She had like 12 dogs or something. And I'm in this abandoned motel, and she's cooking me up food. She's talking to me so nice,
Yeah.
And she even helped me build a ramp outside. And she gave me like a bike, and she let me like jump ramps while my grandma was, dude, it was insane. And
Yeah.
like it wasn't like I still like remember the lady's face, you know, and it's just like stuff like that. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like they have nothing, and they have no reason to
help you out,
to
but
help
at,
me out.
at
And-
the end of the day, they did help you
and
out.
they didn't get anything for it. Well, I'm sure they got like good fortune and stuff, you know, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, we left that place intending on like actually befriending that woman, and we wanted to go up and see her, and like we couldn't even. It's a one road straight down.
Yeah.
Like eventually, once you get past like the halfway mark of Florida, it's just one road out, you know.
Yeah.
And so this place was right off the road, and we went up and we could not find that place. Like everything, the gas station, like I can remember exactly how that intersection looked, and it's completely fucking gone. I swear. I went up with my grandma and we both looked, and it's one road, and it's completely gone. We can't find it anywhere. So it's just like stuff like that is like, how do you explain something like
A
that?
ghost station.
How do you explain something like that?
That's crazy.
My grandma
But-
didn't get in trouble with the police. Nothing. They
What if somebody's just driving by, they just see you standing in a field talking to yourself? They're just like,
Oh my god.
what the fuck?
I'm like on an actual invisible bike.
Yeah.
that boy floated down the street. What
I
the fuck
just,
you doing?
I just ET that hoe straight up.
yeah, no.
dude. It's crazy. That story will always stick with me. Always.
Yeah.
That less to, you know,
Yeah.
hurt anyone. Although they could, and everyone's different. It's just like, you know,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
it's crazy. What were we talking about before I got into that story?
Religion.
Religion.
And like
Oh,
how you help people help out
Yeah,
each other.
they were religious too. They had Jesus up on the wall everywhere. Find God and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not even religious. I'm saying all this, you know.
Yeah, but I am religious, and I'm not. It's like I don't know. This is weird to say. It's like I'm not in it because I am scared of death, and I do want to go to heaven. I'm not gonna lie about that because there's no point in lying about it. Everyone knows it's true, but I'm in it as well to help people out through situations because I really do want to help people out.
Yeah, for
And
real.
really want to make people happy. That's one reason why we're making this podcast and why we're doing it is to
That's
help
why
people
this
out.
thing
Because I really do feel like we all feed off each other's energy, and the reason why we stick together is because we can feed off each other's energy and like help people out and like
Yeah,
put
for
shit
sure.
out there, which can really actually help somebody.
We are a diverse ass little friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you got the super religious one, you got the non-religious, and you're not religious too.
Yeah.
yeah,
We're all, we just have different, like,
but like it just all works, you know.
beliefs.
yeah.
I
It does
I
work.
don't see anything wrong with religion. There's nothing inherently wrong with religion.
Yeah.
It's just that people often use it as an excuse to go too far with things.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that.
Which that's just
That's
the
complicated.
individual level at that point.
Yeah,
But like,
that's just
you can't
complicated.
really blame religion for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the person thinking
Yeah.
irrationally and going off
That's just
emotions
like-
at that point. It's kind of like why wars are started
Yeah.
Yeah.
back in the day.
That's
That's,
a-
definitely
that's a big
exactly
that's
why.
definitely why the war started back in the day, like
Manifest
ancient
destiny.
Europe.
That the whole reason that started was because an angel told them that they need to
Yeah.
take over that land, and then boom, wars.
Yeah,
That's
Drugs.
crazy.
What's it called? The stoned ape theory.
Oh yeah.
I think Terrence McKenna.
Yeah. That's wild.
no, I don't
How
know
it's
about
like-
that. You want to inform me
It's
about
like chimps. They used to eat like
Mushrooms.
psychedelic mushrooms, like psilocybin and stuff like that, and they would just go on these massive trips, and that's how
that? Humans were born.
that's one theory of how religion started.
Yeah.
Was because
noticed
they
a
would
lot
just
of-
trip on these
Yeah.
psychedelic mushrooms, and they would just see this stuff. Either think of this stuff, or just like see a higher force. I guess is what
Yeah.
they would
Yeah.
describe it as.
But there's some things that can't be explained at the end of the day, like
Yeah.
like miracles, I guess you could say, like people like getting out of car accidents that
Getting
like
struck by lightning 7 times. and
like
surviving.
Stephen Hawking,
yeah.
getting diagnosed, having 2 years to live, and living to what
72.
70?
72.
72.
No, he was 70.
He was 72 when he
He
died.
died last year, March.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 72.
He was born 1942, I think. Pretty sure it was
Yeah.
1942. Because
Oh.
my grandma was born 7 years before him.
Oh yeah. We were talking about that yesterday. His grandma, older than Stephen
My grandma was
Hawking.
older than Stephen Hawking.
That's crazy.
She was 20 years old when she witnessed him getting paralyzed.
Yeah. That's crazy. She didn't witness it. She wasn't
She
there. when
didn't
it
witness it,
happened,
but she was
like,
alive when it happened, and she
Yeah.
probably heard about it, you know?
Yeah.
Or probably not
No, he was a little bit. He was like, he wasn't that like,
famous.
yeah,
Yeah.
not famous, but not known.
Yeah.
He was just still a smart ass dude.
Okay.
Anyway, this went quiet.
Yep, he's born 1942. He died in 2018.
So yeah, he was 76.
76.
76, yeah.
That's crazy, though. But yeah, we were talking about my grandma a lot, too, last night. She was alive. She was born 1935.
Witnessed. She basically lived through World War II, the Vietnam War,
Mm-hmm.
Cold War. Not the Cold War. The
Not the
hell
Cold
am I
War.
talking about?
The
Cold
Indian War, the Trail of Tears. She walked the
It would
Trail
be
of
the
Tears.
Cold War, right? Wasn't the Cold War like with the whole moon race
I don't know
thing?
shit about that whole.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong, and I'm gonna get
History.
flamed in the comments.
I'm terrible at history, dude.
Something about the Russians and Napoleon.
Not Napoleon. That was France.
Isn't that ice cream?
Napoleon Dynamite. Ain't that the movie?
Ain't that ice cream?
That ice cream.
But
It's
no.
crazy. Like she's 80.
She lived. No, that I was about to say something stupid, but
What?
that's it.
Not
That was
just
1912. 1912. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that was like 100.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy though. Like she witnessed a fucking lot. Martin Luther King's speech. She was alive during that.
Yeah.
She was,
JFK.
She was alive to see Kennedy assassinated, and she was like conscious. She wasn't a little damn boobala.
Little
was-
damn what?
She was.
A little damn boobala.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's how they say baby in like Jewish.
Oh really? Like
Yeah.
Hebrew?
Jonah says that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Look at little boobala. I'm like,
Oh,
excuse me.
I'm gonna start saying that.
It's
Oh, yeah.
cute.
It's
But-
like shalom.
It's crazy. Like I don't, we don't give old people enough credit.
Facts.
Like when you think about the Holocaust, you think like Jesus, like that was ancient. But like you have people
That
alive
was with
today that
Jesus.
were in concentration camps.
I mean, like, yeah, we think about like the things that we've been through, like school shootings and stuff like that. We think like it hits us hard. Like
Of course. I
it,
mean,
it
that's
really
no-
hits me hard, because like it's just like something of our era that we witnessed and we've been through.
yeah.
But it was like, I don't know how to say this, but it's gonna sound like really fucked up. But it was like very little compared to what happened in
Yeah.
1942 with the Holocaust and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I feel like
Yeah.
it had the same kind of shell shocked effect though.
Yeah.
It's just like holy shit.
And I mean, like, imagine going through 9/11, being in New York City, and you're like, we're going to war. Like,
Yeah.
like when that
Yeah.
happened, you're like, the world's ending. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah, that's.
you don't know what. You,
I
like,
thought 2012 was the end of it.
yeah. It was just the
I
end
still
of the-
think it was.
I was watching that movie and I was just staring at the stars. I'm like, this is how my last night's gonna end. I swear to you, it was like, what was it, like November something, like November 10th, 2012 was supposed to be the end of the world.
Probably.
Yeah, and I was watching. I don't think I was watching that. I was watching Pirates of the Caribbean.
I remember
at
being
a
in school that day,
drive-thru.
and I was just like, "When's that happening?"
Yeah, I remember that night. I was just staring at the stars, like I was in the back of a truck. We were at a drive-in, and we're watching Pirates of
Guess
the
I'll die.
Caribbean, and I'm just staring. I was looking at a plane. I'm like, that's the one. That's the one that's gonna end it all.
No, just like,
It's weird, dude.
yeah.
Well, I feel like when you're put in a position where you could actually die, I feel like stuff is so much different.
I want.
Yeah.
I. This is something insane. It's literally so insane. But like, the book that I read, Subtle Art Not Giving a Fuck. He ends off the book where he's like, he went to a cliff in Germany. He in Cape something in Africa, and he was like one of the big ass mountains,
Mhm.
and he went to the edge of the cliff, and he slowly started walking. He forced himself to go to the edge of the cliff, and like look straight down, and it was a steep ass thing. And he's
Yeah.
like, the way your body reacts to like something that you can like you're super close to death
Yeah.
is like completely different.
Yeah, I know. It's insane. Like you turn superhuman. You hear about mountain hikers like picking up boulders and moving it off them and shit. You ever hear about moms flipping cars
Yeah.
to save their babies?
Oh my god.
That's insane.
That's insane, dude. And that just goes to show you the actual power of the human mind. When they say we're only using like what 10% of our brain power, it's true. That's why dreams are so insane, because dreams are supposed to depict what your brain can actually do, like what you're
Yeah,
actually capable of. Yeah. That's what dreams are for. I mean, how else would your mind know to think about stuff like that?
Yeah.
How would your mind be able to
it's-
put you in those situations?
It's funny
Yeah.
because it's like your mind also like your mind is also doing a lot of things right now that you're not aware of. Like right now,
Keeping you alive.
yeah, like
yeah.
like start breathing. Like think about it. Think
Yeah,
about
I
your
know.
inhale and
It's
your
like-
exhale.
Yeah.
And
You
then
are
it's
now
just like-
manually
and-
breathing.
Yeah, now you're
And I'm just
manually
like-
breathing.
Fuck off.
in a video game, you're just like, all right, you're now breathing manually now. You're just like, what?
Yeah, it's like you're so much you're so capable of doing a bunch of things. But like
Yeah.
again, I want to play. I'm gonna actually play it after this after the podcast, but I'm gonna play the last chapter of that book.
Oh yes.
And I'm just gonna I'm gonna let you guys listen to it. And when I was listening to it, I had so much anxiety. I was
Yeah.
in the car, and the way he explained it, he's just like, at 5 feet, like your body starts to quiver and shit like that, and you
Yeah.
you start to shake,
Yeah.
and you have like enhanced senses
Yeah.
where you're aware of every inch of your body. And you're aware if somebody's behind you, like you
Yeah.
hear it, like
Yeah.
completely, like if somebody's behind you and you're always looking back. He's like
Yeah.
at 3 feet. You're
So
like,
he wasn't intending on doing anything. He just wanted to walk to the edge to see.
he wanted to experience the near death experience, and I'm gonna explain why he wanted to do it. And he went to the edge of the cliff, sat down, got back up, turned around, walked, jumped a fence, and some guy was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Like, are you like fine? Like, is anything happening?" The guy was like scared, looking at him, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Life, man." And he started to smile, and the other guy is just like, he's just smiled too, and he's just
Holy
like,
shit.
he's just like, "Yeah." And they both smiled,
That's
and I was like,
crazy.
"Fuck, bro!" Like
That's wild.
It
Ooh.
fucked with me. Like it really
That's just
did
like
fuck
that,
with me.
That survival mechanism kicks in, like the adrenaline's pumping through your body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
Yeah.
just sense everything around you.
yeah. That's what
Every
that's.
any little.
That's what I was telling
Thing
Pat
can just-
yesterday, man. Like, we were talking to him about how crazy stuff sounds, like Stephen Hawking going paralyzed, people
Mhm.
getting in car crashes and dying, and it's like, that stuff is so out of this world to think about. But then you look in your own backyard, and it happens to someone so close to you, and it could have
Yeah.
been you.
And it could.
Yeah.
And we use Alexis as an example.
Yeah.
That car crash, that's insane.
Yeah.
To happen to Alexis, one of our like super close friends, it's like that's right at our doorstep, dude.
That was
That
insane.
can happen to anyone.
God bless that
Jackie,
kid. Though.
Jonah's girlfriend.
Yeah.
You heard about that story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
She was on
talking
the
about it.
highway, and a car flipped and landed on top of their car on the highway.
That's
I
fucked.
heard about that.
Jackie,
yeah, you told
and
me.
that's right in our
Like,
backyard.
It sounds so far away when it happens to other people that you aren't close to.
exactly.
But yeah,
Like,
like,
when
but
you-
it can
when-
happen to anyone. Like
when-
my neighbor, like for instance, my neighbor, back in when I first moved in here back in 2006, he was around 20 years old. He was like a rebel to his parents. Like he would do shit. He would
Your
go
neighbor?
out party. Yeah, his
Yeah.
his son, their son. His name was Alejandro.
Yeah.
And then one night, his parents went to North Carolina or something because they have a house up there or something.
Mhm.
And then he's like, I don't want to be here. They told him he can't leave the house, and he loves motorcycles. So that night he
shit.
went to Miami to buy a motorcycle for like $15K, and he ended up not buying the motorcycle, and he ended up like stealing it.
What the hell?
And he fucking drove all the way back up from Miami, and it was insane. He on Lake Worth and Military, like right before 10th,
Right there, yeah.
right before Blurry Fades and stuff like that, where
Mhm.
right in that area, he got into a car accident, and he
Oh.
flew 50 feet away from the motorcycle,
Holy shit.
hit the concrete
Died.
Jeez.
instantly. A helicopter came, took him to the hospital, pronounced dead.
That's insane.
He died, and I
Jesus.
remember being like the next day. It was like the morning after we went to Fun Depot because we were celebrating my cousin's birthday, and my aunt walks up to me on the way home, and like on the drive home from Fun Depot, and we drove past. Like we didn't drive past it, but we were gonna go there
Mhm.
in that area, and she's like, "No, we're gonna take a different way,"
Yeah.
because we were gonna go to a store, and she just tells me, she's just like, "You remember Alejandro?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I was chill with him. He liked me
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I liked him.
Mhm.
We were neighbors.
Yeah.
And she's like, he got in a motorcycle accident last night and he passed away. And it was
Jesus.
just like, I was like, it hit me so hard in the head. I was just like, what the I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then for the next like 2 months, this house right next door, my
Mhm.
neighbor's, was packed completely. to the brim with cars. Every day somebody was coming. Every day
Yeah.
people were coming to visit
Yeah.
his mom and stuff like that.
It's terrible, dude.
It was insane. I'm just like, that was my neighbor.
Yeah.
Me
Like,
and him were talking about this yesterday, like the scenes in movies where it's a kid.
So yeah,
A kid goes out
Yes.
and does something he's not supposed to do, gets killed some sort of way in a car accident or some,
gets hit by a car because he's playing
Yeah.
with a ball or some shit.
Yeah, and then they wheel him in
Yeah, they
front
have
of the
the- like,
parents
the-
on
yeah.
a stretcher, like in front of the house, and the parents just have to see their kid dead on a stretcher because that kid did what they weren't supposed to do.
Yeah,
like for example,
they warned like I don't like I wouldn't I don't know, I can't like experience the pain that she experienced, the mom, because like
yeah,
Yeah.
she told them not to do it and they were away. Like there's nothing she could have done. Like
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
left and then they got the news and they came back instantly to find out like their son is gone.
that's
like,
fucking wild. Dude.
That's terrible.
like, and you can go in that house, and since they're the exact same house, and you know where I have my mirror right here.
That's still them right there.
Yeah, they still
Oh,
live there.
damn.
That mirror that I have right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Instead of that, it's a giant picture that takes up that whole wall
Of him. Damn.
Jeez.
And it was just like I walked in that house. I went to that house a couple times,
Yeah.
and I always walked in there to check how she's doing and stuff like that. And it was just like heartbreaking to walk in there.
Yeah. Just the mood completely changes.
Yeah, and it's crazy because this room was his room in that house, and
Oh,
he had
yeah.
the same setup.
Damn.
And it's just like, it's crazy to think about because that room is still probably like that
Yeah.
with all his stuff in it and everything. Like
That's
his
insane.
clothes.
How long ago was that?
2012.
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, like shit like that happens, bro. It could be right at your doorstep, and the thing is, we don't realize it until it does. That's why all these school shootings go like. That's why they're so possible, is because people don't think that this is a real thing, and they can't react because they have no clue how to.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know how to react to that?
Yeah.
This is all new, and that's the scary part.
And you'd never
Yeah.
know if something else might come up that's like even newer and more dangerous.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Do we have any lighter topics?
I mean, we
I
kind of
kinda-
went from religion, so
This is a very
Yeah.
heavy.
this is
Making
good
me
though.
a little bit of a
we
depressy
haven't
messy.
we haven't had.
There's a lot of editing that needs to go on here.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I feel like we don't have to do too much of it though.
Yeah.
I tried to kind of censor it in a way that
It's
can go on the
digestible.
podcast,
It's a
yeah.
big bite, but it's digestible.
Yeah.
For the audience.
it's a nice little metaphor.
But yeah, that's just, it's crazy to think about. But the reason why humans are so like, oh, it can't happen to us and stuff like that is because, I don't know, we just feel like we feel the immortality, and that's why I kind of want to do the same thing. I'm not saying I'm gonna go jump off a bridge and kill myself. I just want to like go to a point where my body's just like, hey, don't forget, like anything could happen to you
Ground
and
you.
you can die.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's the reason why he did it. He's
It's
like,
humbling.
because he's just like, he's just like, oh yeah, I can't. He's just like a teen, like how teens feel like they're immortal and they go out drinking and driving. Next thing you know, they're in a
Yeah.
car accident.
Do you
Yeah.
think- Do you think other animals know they're gonna die?
No, they're not aware.
They're not sentient enough to
Mm-mm.
know that.
We're the only. I feel like we're the only like
species that
species on this planet that is aware of our surroundings. That is aware of
that
that we can
understands
die.
the concept of
Like,
death.
do you think flies know they're getting dummy gypped with like 2 days to live?
Do you think time flows differently for them?
Yeah, do you think maybe two
Because
days
time
feels
is
like
relative.
80 years for them?
That's crazy.
That's actually, that's crazy to think about.
I mean, like they say that just for the dogs, is like an hour for a dog is probably like a day.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
Dude, my dog's been missing me for like 12 days.
a year is 7 years for
At
dogs.
Kyle's house.
Yeah.
A year is worth 7 for dogs.
I don't know about the hour thing, but I know that true. That's true. A year
Yeah.
is like 7 years for a dog.
That's actually. I want to see, how do you even know something like that though?
Yeah,
That's the
you
thing.
can't experience that.
Yeah.
Unless a dog can just be like, hey, yo, I'm experiencing an hour, and it's like a day.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm sorry, I was only gone for
Is
2
everything
hours.
just slow motion for them?
I don't know. But yeah, I kind of want to do it myself. Like, just like go.
I feel like it's something you can't really force upon yourself though.
Yeah, but it's just
Kinda
like,
has to
But you
happen.
kind of
It's
have
just
to force yourself.
Do you mean like
close
walk to
enough.
like a cliff like he did?
not to a cliff, but just like a little reminder to myself, like, hey, don't take everything that you have in your life for granted.
Yeah.
Don't be lazy and stuff like that. and don't be like entitled and all this
Yeah.
shit. Just
Don't
remember
feel
that
like you're gonna live forever.
yeah, just remember that you have a limited time on this planet, and what you want to do is gonna take up a lot of time, and you don't have much of it. Just a
Yeah.
little reminder, because anything
Yeah.
could happen at any time.
We really don't have that much time.
To
I
think
mean,
about
me
it,
and Pat are almost 20. The
Yeah.
life expectancy
Yeah.
is 80, so we're already a quarter of the way done. That's if we don't walk outside and get hit by a car.
Or a plane.
yeah.
Exactly, dude. It's
Another good example is
Or
just
a flying
like
kayak.
it's just like I don't know if you guys remember, like 2 or 3 years ago, there's a plane, you know, by the
crashed into the park, into Okehili,
no
or into the house.
into a trailer house
Yeah.
in the
Jesus.
into a drive-in movie theater nearby us, and it's just like
Terrible.
I remember being at practice that day, and I turned behind me, and you could see the smoke, and I was just like, what the fuck is that?
Oh my God, is that a plane crash?
No, like we saw the smoke, and I was just like, huh. I remember going home that day, and then I saw it on the news. A plane crashed into like a trailer house. Just imagine you're sitting in your house chilling,
And, a plane
and you
comes
just
through the
hear like a
window.
loud noise, and you hear a rumble.
Yeah.
You look outside, and your neighbor's house is destroyed because a plane fell on it.
Somebody died, right?
Yeah.
It crashed into a bedroom somebody was in.
Imagine just sleeping and then getting hit by a plane. That's
I want to laugh, but it's terrible.
actually the worst.
Yeah.
I mean,
Holy
you've never
shit.
experienced it, though.
It's
I can't think of many things that would be better than that.
Uh,
Or not worse than that. Maybe like dying in a fire.
yeah, there's probably a lot of things worse than that. You just
or
never
Or your
know.
lungs collapsing underwater.
That's the thing that's scary about dying. Is there's no possible way for anybody to know what it actually feels like.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because once you're gone, you take that information somewhere else.
It's like an SCP. That
Yeah.
SCP shit. There's one where it's like, it's an article that basically tells what it feels like when you die, and if you know about it, it actually happens to you. And it's like, when you die, your soul, I guess, is still in your body, and you
Mhm.
can still feel pain, and you can feel every cell in your body decaying, and like your cells getting basically like you becoming like fertilizer, and then the plants coming and eating your cells, and then you just feel nothing but like excruciating pain for eternity.
That's fucking insane, man. I don't know. This episode's been hard. I'm sorry, guys. You guys.
It's rough, yeah.
To listen to this. This is like insane. We talked about a lot of controversial
That's
shit.
the title. Depressy, messy, / stressy.
I hate you so much. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we should probably move on to a lighter topic.
Yeah, we should probably move
You
on
wanted
to
to
a
talk
lighter
about
topic.
fears. That's lighter.
That's not lighter. Let's not talk about that because we just talked about the fear of death and all that.
Yeah, but like
We
other
kind of basically
fears.
covered what I wanted to cover.
I'm talking about like other fears that are kind of out there, but not as.
We all share one fear as human beings, and that's the fear of death.
Yeah, but not everyone's afraid of death.
Yeah.
I feel like it's in the back of everyone's mind.
No, I feel like we all still are afraid of death,
it's
no
the
matter
fear
what.
of the unknown. Because if you knew what was going to happen after you died, I feel like it would be less scary,
Yeah.
or more scary, depending on what happens. But
I forgot. There was a line that from a song that I like. It's just like, I don't know. I have
knock
to
that
search it
pussy
up.
out like fight night.
No. But yeah, no. If we all do fear death. I feel like that's just a natural instinct for the human
Yeah.
being, because like if we didn't fear death, I mean, like what would we be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we all have that fear. There's no way somebody. I mean, like, maybe somebody's one with it, but it's still lurking in the back of your mind. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
I want to talk about one of my fears, and that is being trapped in a mental institution against my will. That's one of my biggest fears. Like those movies. There was a movie that came out. I forget what it's called, but it's like this girl. She gets trapped in this mental institution, and everybody thinks she's insane, but she's not.
That's
But everyone there
is treating her like she
is treating her like she's insane, and she just slowly goes insane.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
that's how everything works.
Which is fucked. Dude, oh my god, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
My biggest fear, I'd say, is kind of new actually. I think that's going paralyzed.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We watched it was kind of a documentary, kind of a movie.
More of a
Theory
It
of
was.
Everything.
It was what you call it. It was what is that shit called when you say somebody's life?
A biography.
Yeah, a biography. It was the biography
Yeah.
of fucking Stephen Hawking, The Theory of Everything, which is an amazing movie. The actor who played Stephen Hawking was really good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Everybody in that movie was insane.
They
Yeah.
killed it, bro.
Dude, what a movie, dude.
Bro, the ending to that movie where he like, do you remember the part where he stood up?
Yeah.
And he started walking?
And he had like that dream, right? And he was
Yeah.
thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it was like that daydream. He wanted to
Yeah.
get up and give that girl
Give
her
the girl
pencil
his-
back
Yeah.
or her pen.
Yeah, and I was just like,
That was a nice
bro.
ass pen.
I was like, that's insane.
Like that's just got to be the scariest thing in the world. Like being completely self-aware.
Yeah.
That you have all the memories of being able to walk. You have all the memories of how your
Yeah.
life was before, and now your mind is just trapped inside this shell of a
That's-
body.
That was probably like the craziest thing, and the thing that probably was worse than that was seeing that, like him noticing it to himself.
I know. That's
and
the
like
worst.
him seeing like, oh, my arm is dying.
Yeah.
I can't do
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Him like struggling to move his fingers.
And like his
Just
leg.
kind of-
Dude, the worst part was when she said, "Play a game of croquet with me."
Oh my god! And he
And,
forced himself
yeah,
up
he
because
forced himself up. I was tearing up at that point.
Yeah, that was like.
Because she's like watching him, because he's all frustrated,
yeah,
because he has 2 years left to live.
yeah. That's what he was told.
So like he
But-
gets all
because
frustrated
they
and
were,
he
like-
goes out and he's playing croquet.
Yeah, he's part of that like intelligence group,
Yeah.
and I guess they kind of heard the news,
And they wanted to
and
see it.
she was like she loved him, right?
Mhm.
So she went because she didn't believe it to his house and said, "Get up and play croquet with me right now."
because
If you and then she hit him with the if you love me, I'll never come back here again if you don't go play croquet with me. And it was so fucking hard to see that he loved her so much that he wanted to prove to her that
Yeah.
that he could, and he got up and he was struggling and grunting, and I was losing my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Like all that
and
was
watching
so
her
hard.
watch him.
Yeah, watch
tear
and
up.
Yeah, and
Oh
she can
my
just
God.
see him changing and realize like this is really happening, and and the fact that he looked at her and saw that she saw it, you know,
Yeah.
and that's when he got upset and stormed off the croquet field and
Yeah. The little yard. And I feel like.
oh
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of messed up in a way because I feel like she didn't believe it when she heard it, and she was
She
like,
didn't.
seeing is believing.
she didn't want to, yeah.
And that's another thing that I wanted to get into. Seeing is believing. A lot of people believe in that nowadays. Like,
yeah.
well, kind of
I
in a
believe
way
it when I
as
see it.
kids. Well, no,
Picture
yeah,
it didn't happen.
it's true as kids because as kids, a kid is very optimistic and very like open-minded to certain things. So you can
Yeah.
tell the kid the Easter Bunny is real, and you go hide the Easter eggs, and the kid will
Yeah.
believe the Easter Bunny is real because he saw that the Easter eggs were
Yeah.
there.
Uh-huh.
And the same thing with the Santa Claus and stuff like that.
Presents appear under the tree.
Yeah,
They're like, "What the fuck?
yeah, and like I feel like
You're telling me this man broke into our house and gave us shit?"
And left unscathed. Where are the deer tracks and everything? The
Yeah.
cookies actually got eaten. He ate the cookies.
But yeah, I feel like nowadays the new generation is not believing anything.
Yeah.
We've talked about it.
I
We
feel
talked
like
about this, I think, on episode 2.
I feel like reality's slowly getting pushed away through
And
social
getting
media.
sucked in.
I feel like we're starting to live through our phones rather than in real life. You know,
Yeah,
I feel like life's kind of putting a VR headset over everybody's head.
literally. Because you can go into VR and go
Exactly.
into a room and escape your reality and
Yeah.
just have a conversation with a bunch of random people you don't even know about.
Yeah, VR chat.
VR chat.
Yeah.
Hey,
But there's
fuck you, bitch.
since
Little
we
baby anime girl
The
comes
queen.
up to you.
since we
Fuck you, pussy.
since we've been talking
Let me show you the way.
since we've been talking about a lot of hard topics and a little bit of Netflix because that's where you guys watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one thing that I love is magic. I've really got into
Oh,
the
yeah.
phase of magic. That's
Shout
Oh, I
out
remember
Chris Ramsey.
Dude,
Chris Ramsey is a
That
really
boy's
good
so
magician,
cool.
but nothing beats the Netflix series. It's kind of not new. It's kind of new. It came out like a year ago, called Magic Free Humans by Justin Wilhelm.
I haven't seen it.
You need to watch that. That series is amazing.
Magic's
I rate it 10 out of
incredible,
10.
dude.
because seeing is believing in that sense, and that's kind of like
Oh,
your snap back to
nice.
reality, because a magician can come and play a trick on you, and you'll be like, how did he do that? I just saw it. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he could just
exactly.
be like, it's magic.
Yeah.
It's seeing is believing in that sense. And it's just like, holy shit, magic is real.
Yeah, magic is
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
I really love magic. I wanted to get into it so bad.
They like
Yeah.
have a card and they flip it around and they
I
pull
feel
it out
like
your
I wouldn't
ear.
be the one to want to actually perform magic, but I just want to immerse myself into that world.
Yeah,
I
like
just want to
Yeah.
know what magicians think, like how it must feel to blow people's minds like that.
yeah. It's just like it makes them happy, but like a magician, it's weird because a magician lies to you 24/7 no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
And
but
that's
I
their
feel like they're kind of that's what they're designed to do is kind
that's their
of
job.
break
And
you from reality.
break you from
Like,
reality.
Nothing really is as it seems.
It's like
Yeah.
a good boy politician.
Exactly.
Yeah, they lie to you just to make you happy.
Yeah.
And just to be like, hey, this is really
Is
like,
that okay?
What?
lying to make somebody happy?
Lying for like lying for good in a sense like you feel like it's good. Is that good?
I mean, like,
that okay
yeah,
to
if you
do?
see somebody having a bad day and you're just like, here.
If
and
they look
and
fat in the dress
plays,
and you
the-
tell them no, even though they do look fat in the dress, is that okay?
The thing about lying is that I guess it's okay as long as it's not hurting anyone or can have the potential to hurt someone.
yeah.
At the same time, though, how would you be able to measure that?
And you, okay, going back to that, I'm sorry, but going back to the thing about lying to make somebody feel happy when they feel insecure, it's kind of like, I don't know. I have a set belief where I don't want to lie to you. If I really do care about you, I'm gonna tell you the hard truth about it, and I'm gonna be like, you can fix this. Like,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
like
It's so difficult.
it's
though.
so difficult,
Yeah.
but just like, again, you have to face the truth about it. Like, there's no, why are you gonna push it back? Like, why are you gonna
Exactly.
lie to somebody and just be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm asking. It's like, why? When is it okay to lie in a sense like that? Because you hear people say all the time, "Oh, it's fine. You look good," even if they have different views,
yeah.
And it's just like, is it more difficult to tell the truth or lie about it and have them find out later?
Okay, if it's just like,
It's like, okay,
this is a hard example.
like kids and Santa and Easter Bunny.
yeah,
You are lying to their face. Like, that's completely wrong. And you do it for years and years.
yeah, but it's just like, let the kid have his fun. I mean, like, to me that's okay, because it's just like the kid wants to believe in that stuff, and it's just like a
Yeah.
little fun thing
It's just
so they
like
can
the-
believe
the-
in.
Enjoyment of it.
I guess, but they immerse themselves. Your job is to immerse them so far into it that they think it's real 100%.
Yeah,
And it's always so heartbreaking when they find out it's not. Is that
Yeah.
worth it? Is it worth doing that rather than being completely truthful with them and kind of depicting Christmas more as a family oriented
Holiday.
thing rather than a Santa Claus, you know what I mean?
Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Like, is it worth saying, listen, for Christmas, it's about spreading joy, and sometimes you find joy through gifts, so we'll get you gifts.
You really got me with this one. I don't know.
That is a good question.
I
It's
really
it's
don't
like
know.
parents who lie to their kids about their dads being at work when they're in jail or something,
Oh.
That's another thing. It's just
Yeah.
like, is it worth telling them their dad's in prison when they're a kid
That's
or
gotta
lying?
be so hard though.
Because
I mean,
there's
like-
always going to be that weight on their shoulders. Like, they've got to figure out themselves, or I got to tell them,
I mean, like,
because it is a lie, and
I
I've
have-
been lying forever.
I feel like you can set a path for them. Like, you can do that. You can lie to them and be like, hey, yeah, stuff like that. But then, like, you have to raise them in the way where they will understand and not be upset. Just be like, hey, I didn't want to hurt you or traumatize you as a kid, knowing that you're.
Yeah.
It's difficult though, because there's no
Sometimes-
telling on how they react. Or how
Sometimes-
Yeah,
they
but
handle those
that's
situations.
yeah, but that's like you can't. Yeah, you're right. Like,
It's
you can
so-
you can set a certain path for them and just be like, here, this is the path to where they will understand and not get upset. But again, it's them.
The
And
scariest thing is letting them find out on their own
yeah.
Mhm.
and have them think,
And then
well,
just
how
that-
long are they going to lie to me for?
That silent resentment.
Yeah, I have a story actually. It's about somebody I know. I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but
Yeah.
they're okay. So I know this woman. Okay, I know the whole family, and basically the father is in prison. The father went to prison. Their daughter was very young, and basically the mom has been telling the daughter, "Dad's at work," or "Dad's anywhere other than prison."
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh, Daddy's gonna come home soon. Daddy's just working."
Yeah.
And the kid's been being told that this whole entire time, and everybody but the kid is supposed to know the dad's in prison.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so hard keeping that information from the kid, slipping out like, oh, any words like inmate or jail or time, sentence, police, trying to keep all those words out of conversation with that kid about the dad is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, imagine somebody comes in and says, hey, is so-and-so out of prison yet?
And the kids just.
That's all it takes, and the kid kind of starts to think. And kids are smart, dude.
Yeah.
And the scariest thing is having the kid find out on their own, knowing their parents are lying to them, and having the kid knowing that their dad's in prison, and having their mom standing in front of him telling him he's at work, when the kid knows he's in prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And they wouldn't tell the mom either. They might throw hints like, hey, where does daddy work? And they'd start asking questions and
Mm-hmm.
all these things that kind of tell the parent, oh shit, the kid might have caught on.
yeah.
And
that's
then
the
it's hard
scariest
for
thing.
everyone.
It's
to
hard for
explain
everyone.
everything. I mean, like,
And that's the hardest thing about lying is knowing when
When
to
it's
tell
o-
the truth,
yeah, when
or
it's
to lie in
okay.
the first place.
yeah.
The thing about that is like you gotta find the age where they will understand.
Yeah,
I know.
that's
that's
what
the
I'm
It's
thing.
like a
Hey,
2-year-old
say,
kid,
for
and you're
example,
like,
she was-
"Daddy's in prison."
Yeah,
and
you
that
can't
kid's
say
not gonna
that to a
But
understand.
kid.
that's when it started. She was very young, and now she's 12, and they haven't broke the news to her yet. That's the thing. But we all feel like she may know already because she's throwing hints, and she's just being chill about it. But that's the hardest thing is she knows that her parents are standing in front of her lying to her about her father,
Yeah.
or maybe not, and that's the hardest thing. It's like what do you do if after years you go sit down with your kid to tell them the truth about something and
And
they
they
go,
just like-
I know.
Yeah, I've known for a lot of years.
What do you do in that situation?
I mean, like, the one thing to do is just apologize and be like, and explain yourself. Just
Yeah.
honest, truthful. Just be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to tell you for this reason. And if the kid
Yeah.
is
Okay with it.
understanding and
Yeah.
okay, then it's all right. But if the kid's
Yeah.
just like, no, fuck you. You
Yeah,
should have told
there's-
me from the
yeah,
beginning.
There's no, I wouldn't have been doing this. I wouldn't have been telling my friends this. I wouldn't,
Yeah, it's just like
It's like, what are they going to tell their
you.
friends?
But again, the kid has to understand, like, what if they did raise them in the sense that they told them, yeah, your dad's in prison, and the kid grew up differently and started doing bad
Well,
shit.
they would have grew
and
up differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean they bad shit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. There's no
They
way
could
of telling
use
that.
that as an example because prison is close to them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not close to them, but like
It's just a matter of
in their
snapping them
sphere
into
of
reality.
Yeah.
It's that disconnect from reality that parents are trying to give their kids, which I feel like is very unhealthy.
It is unhealthy.
Like
but
like putting their kids in private school and sheltering them from everything. I feel like that's so unhealthy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, put your kid in public school. Let him figure out how the world works, because eventually he's going to be exposed to it anyway.
Yeah.
And
See,
it's
the
going to
thing
be
about
even
that
harder
is-
the longer on you shelter.
the thing about the private versus public school is that some people do it for like sheltering,
Mm.
but other people do it because they like the education system in private schools better.
Yeah, but I feel like the majority of them want to keep their kids from going to school with kids who have
Who are
low
delinquent.
welfare, who are
Yeah.
from the ghetto, stuff like that.
or delinquents and stuff like
that's
that. It's just
probably
like,
80% of the decision.
and then when they
Yeah.
go see that in the real world, when they're grown up and they see that, they're just
They don't know
like,
how
"What
to
is
react
that?"
to it, yeah.
and they're very confused about
kind
it.
of
It creates a
separates
disconnect
them.
from reality. That's
Yeah.
that's
And then they get all confused and they're just like, "What have
And
you
that's
been
when they
hiding?"
start-
yeah.
That's when prejudice kicks in
Yeah. Because exactly.
because people are so used to not seeing
It's
it. that-
segregation in a way.
yeah.
Segregation doesn't have to do 100% with race. It's a disconnect and separation from anything. Segregation means separation.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be race. It can be anything. It can be religion. Religion's a huge form of segregation nowadays. I mean, you have all the Christian people over here. You have all the
Catholics
Jews over here. You have atheists here.
Muslims
you know,
here, yeah, all that. Yeah.
it's segregation. I mean, color isn't the leading form of segregation.
Yeah.
There's so much more that goes into it,
Yeah. I know what you mean for sure.
and it's crazy, dude.
There's just like a lot that I don't know. It's just like a lot I want to say and stuff like that, but it's just like I want to say it and I keep wanting.
Just say
I
it,
just want to
dude.
say it, but it's just
That's
like
what
I'm
the
losing
podcast
it in
is
my
for.
mind
Oh, okay.
because like I'm keeping up with your conversation without saying anything, and I'm losing what I wanted to
Oh,
say
yeah.
earlier.
yeah.
It's I don't know,
Cut me off, dude. Cooperative overlap.
but yeah, I don't know. I use that excuse in a sense where it's just like, my parents when they're just like, hey, Jeffrey, go serve Jonathan some food, like in a bowl. I'm just like, why doesn't he get up and do it himself? Or why don't you just teach him how to do it?
Yeah,
Because,
right. You don't have to baby him.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
he's got
just
a
like,
problem. He's never gonna learn if you cater
yeah,
to him.
that's exactly what I tell him, and I'm like, he's gonna learn either here in this house with a family that cares about him and that's
Mhm.
gonna teach him the right way,
Or
or he's
out
gonna
in-
learn outside of the world where some asshole's gonna yell at him and tell him
Yeah,
how to do it.
He's
Exactly.
gonna learn the hard way.
Yeah. That's a very like thing. That's a thing that I tell my parents, but it's just like I feel like people of the older generation, fucking boomers,
They don't. Yeah, facts.
they don't understand that.
Yeah, I know.
They really don't understand that.
And they really can't. You can't blame them for that because they did
Yeah,
grow up
that's-
hella different than how things
'Cause
are.
everybody had like 18 kids, and that shit's wild.
Now. Yeah.
I don't want to get into it. No, we already talked about too much stuff here.
You think?
Fuck.
No. Do you think the rise in population is going to slow down or plateau at all?
Yes.
The
You think
rise in
so?
population.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I feel like once our era dies, it's just not going to be.
'cause
As
people are
many
having less and
human-
less kids, and more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, people
are
are deciding not to have kids at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, but again, I feel like it's going to be
hard to have a kid now.
it's
If-
going to be extremely slow because like there's already a set number of people on this earth, and most of them are probably going to have kids. They're going to at least have one or two kids.
yeah.
Yeah, but even so, that's
See-
2 to 1. You know.
My thing
Yeah.
is like, I don't know if I want to have kids, but if I ever wanted a kid, I would be 100% down to adopt a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean that could be rough for them and me, but I would want to kind of raise them and tell them that while you are not my blood child, you're still like I'm still gonna love you
Yeah.
As if
as
you were
my kid.
child.
Yeah.
To what extent is adopting a kid like adopting a puppy?
I don't know.
I don't
Probably-
know. I don't. I've
Probably
never
a lot.
adopted
It's
kid.
like
Well, it's just something to
'Cause,
think
like,
about.
because like you know how, like everybody's like adopt don't shop when it comes to dogs, like don't buy
Yeah.
them from Petco or something like that where they're breeding them.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy them from like shelters and stuff like that
Yeah.
to kind of give them a safe home.
Adopt, don't shop. I like that.
Yeah, that's
I've
like a
never
big
heard that.
saying. Really?
No, I never heard.
But yeah, a lot of people say like don't buy from breeders, buy from a shelter.
We've never bought a dog. We've always taken them from people who like can't have them and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That's always how I've been.
We've been given all the dogs we
Well,
have.
Yeah,
Gizmo.
we kind of been. I kind of been the same way. Like my first dog, Mario. He we got him for. Yeah,
That's
we
why
got
you made Mario and Smash.
Bruh.
bro. Mario always with me, but we got him from this old lady that used to live down the street from my grandma's house, and she just didn't want him.
Yeah.
And then my uncle's just like, I can't have this dog here. And then my mom's like, he's pretty cute. I like him, and he was a beagle mixed with a chihuahua. So he had the color of
Oh
a
my.
beagle, but he was kind of chubby like a beagle too.
Yeah.
But he was short like a chihuahua.
Did it? What kind of ears did it have? This is a
He
big
had
question.
pointy ears. I wish he had the floppy
The beagle
ears.
ears that
he
be
had,
dragging on
he
the
kinda
ground.
He kind of had like big pointy ears though, like kind of
Yeah.
big, and they kind of flap a little bit.
like Deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His ears are big and they can point when he needs them to, but they're
Yeah.
floppy.
Yeah, I got Dallas. He was lost.
That's so funny. Okay, so I want to explain the story for the podcast. Is Patrick's dog is the perfect dog for Patrick. It's insane, and basically
What he needed in his life,
Dallas-
not what he wanted.
exactly. Dallas has always been the kind of dog that's just like, what the fuck is this dog thinking? Like, it's just he has so much personality and he's such a doofus of a dog. And I've never seen something like that
Fucking
before.
nerd.
Literally. And he falls off the bed. He trips. He's like a damn human, dude. And he just does stupid shit. I'm like, how does this dog function? And the funniest thing is like, how'd you get Dallas? And Pat goes, he was lost. I'm like, if that ain't the most Dallas thing, like, I can't believe I didn't think that's how he got Dallas.
He was just in my front yard, and my dad was like, "Hey, can this dog sleep with you tonight in your room?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I
he
was just
looked at him,
chilling
he's
with
like-
him. And then we ended up finding the owners, and they took him back for a couple months. And then like
Couple
I think it was
months?
yeah, it was November of last year.
Holy shit.
My dad ended up getting a call, like, remember this dog you found? It was our dog. You gave him back. Thank you very much. But we found a place where we can't have dogs, so we really need to find a place for him.
yeah.
And my dad asked me, he was like, "Do you want that dog?" And I was like,
yes.
"Yes." I was like, "Yes, I do actually."
I wanted him
I was
before.
like, that dog was really chill. I liked him being around, so I kept him. Now he's my
Yeah.
dog.
What do you guys think about that? Like,
Dallas.
would you guys like? All right, because eventually it's gonna come, and I want to talk about this. When Dallas does pass,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, would you get another dog?
I don't know.
I would. I feel like
I think I want to get a cat.
Because I feel like if you get another dog, you will have a certain expectation for that dog, thinking that the dog would be exactly like Dallas or somewhat in a better version
That
of him.
depends how you
You-
look at it. In a sense, maybe Dallas taught him. I like saying this a lot. The people and the things that come into your life are designed to be with you in those moments.
yeah.
To teach you.
Exactly.
Friends
and I
are
feel
like-
like eventually they've taught you all they can teach you. And I feel like that's when a dog may go. And it's a mutual thing. Like
He
the
taught
dog
you-
understands, you understand.
Yeah.
And it's time to like learn something new. So I mean, I feel like getting a new dog, and you don't have to get a new dog. You might stumble across one, just like you might find another one, you know,
Yeah.
or one
Yeah.
might be given to you in a miraculous way.
Yeah.
And that dog is put there afterwards to teach you more. you
Yeah,
know?
like I feel like Dallas, in the sense, he taught you how to be like, always look at the positive in the thing, and he's like, always be happy about something, and like never forget to have fun at the end of the day
Yeah.
and
Hell yeah.
stuff. Because
But-
Dallas is a fun dog and stuff like that, and he plays with you and stuff like
He's
that.
literally
really,
a comedian.
His
Yeah.
trigger word is what? I look at him, I go, what? And he goes,
Yeah.
starts running around on my
Starts
bed.
crawling up the
Yeah,
walls.
and he's just
Um,
like, he's taught you always had to have fun and like never be sad, and just like remember, there's always like a little happy side to everything, no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
Like
That dog's made me laugh more than any other dog on this planet.
I know, bro. He's literally
You
an
can watch
all-star.
him, He's just a superstar.
Yeah, he's an all-star. He can jump like he's
Oh
like
my God.
the stories
That's why
that
I
you
can't
told
leave
me.
him
a
outside.
springy
He just
boy.
jumps the fence. It's like a
just
5-foot fence. He just, wong.
Yeah, but he's like a little baby at the same time.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
he's like a baby in an NBA star's
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
You guys are
exactly.
making me want to go see him.
What were you gonna say?
What? Oh yeah, I was gonna say good news. Shy came back.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Did she just come back? Because she normally does that, right?
Yeah, she usually comes back like whenever she just because there's like in my backyard there's like this little gap in the fence
Mm-hmm.
that she just leaves out of.
She just
Um,
leaves.
Yeah,
She just dips.
but she
Alright, I'ma
she
head out.
left one time. Yeah, she left one time and then she didn't come back for like it was like a week and a half.
That's
That-
Jesus.
mm.
And my brother was mad about it because that was his dog.
Yeah.
And I think it was yesterday morning. Oh no, Tuesday morning. Today's Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday morning. Michael busts down my door. I hear in the hallway just stuff crashing all over the place.
Aw.
And he busts down my door. He's like, "Look who's back!" And I look down, and Shai's just smiling at me, and I was like,
Aw.
"What?"
I would cry, dude.
But like,
I remember. You guys remember? I don't think you were here when I had Chewy.
No,
I had a dog
you guys
named
weren't here.
Chewy.
You guys weren't here at all for like when my dogs. When I had the other dogs,
The big ones.
I had one big one, and his name was Fresco. He was like a Dalmatian mixed with like a golden retriever.
I've always wanted a Dalmatian.
A
dude.
Dalmatian mixed with a golden retriever. So he was furry and he had spots.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, holy shit, he's the cutest thing alive. I love him to death.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it was like my cousin's like boyfriend. They couldn't have, no, he felt bad because my dog died and he was there. And I think he couldn't have him anymore. So he gave him to me. That dog was gigantic and he was like a reincarnation of Dallas.
First of all,
He would literally, like we didn't have a fence here and he would just, boom, down the street. And I'm just like,
god damn it.
Fresco, come here, boy. And he would just come like a bullet back, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah, dude. First of all, big dogs way better than small dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
I have a
putting
little
that out there right
sausage
now.
walking around my house now. I can't do anything. She has no teeth. All she does is bark and lay on the couch.
I think it's all about preference.
Get a fucking job, Snowy.
Do something with your life. God damn
I'm
it.
kidding. I love her. I love her to death.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Chewy. We had lost Chewy. We used to lose Chewy all the time. Buddy would just disappear. We
kind of dog
swear
was
to
he?
this day he had 2 households, and
What
he
kind
would
of dog
live
was
with them
he?
like 6 months out of the year because we would lose him for like literally half a year, and then we'd open the front door one morning and he would just walk inside.
What kind of
After
dog was
6
it?
months, he was a long-haired Chihuahua.
Oh.
I think I have a picture of him somewhere.
I was about to say because I had a dog named Chewy.
Imagine.
No, mine was a black lab.
Okay. Yeah, no, he was a little so beautiful, dude. Same color as Deeds, but like long wavy hair.
You know what I wish?
Little
I
Chihuahua.
wish all of us, like, if I had one wish from like a genie or something, I wish we can go in the backyard and wish all of our dogs back.
Just a fat dog fight.
Yeah, just like
That'd
we
be
have all of our
absolutely
dogs
terrible.
piled in a corner.
There's just
we're
like 40 dogs. They're all just like,
So we can just like show
What am I
and
doing?
tell them.
Yeah, show and tell.
you just.
Have our peace with them. Just be like, tell them what we never told them. Just like, I love you. You're a good
This
boy.
is Casey. She used
Yeah.
to be scared of her own farts. I used to have a dog like that.
Oh, what?
My dad's dog. It was a mastiff. That thing was huge.
That's
Massive.
exactly what he looked like.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
so
Chewy.
adorable. But yeah, it was a bull mastiff. Those things are huge. Like the
Oh,
tan
dude,
with the black
mastiffs?
mouth.
Oh my god.
That was my dad. Loved that dog,
Hell yeah.
and yeah, she used to be scared
We
of her own
had some
farts.
crazy. All of our dogs are insane. We like, how do we get these animals?
Yeah,
But we had a dog named Queenie.
Queenie.
Yeah, and Queenie would. There was a house on like the corner of the block, maybe like 3 blocks down, and Queenie would get out and go to their house like every damn day, and the people at that house got a bag of treats just for Queenie, just for like Queenie's everyday arrival for treats. Literally, she would just like get out and just run down the street to the other house, get treats, and come back, and like the whole damn neighborhood knew Queenie.
Yeah,
It's like stuff like that is so fucking cool.
yeah,
Everyone in the neighborhood knows Deeds.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody. Hey, Deeds is out. Like, I'll get a call from like somebody 3 blocks away. Like Shakira calls a lot. The cops know Deeds. Like they bring him back to the house in the car. And Deeds is a pit bull, which is crazy because
He's a pit?
he's part pit in him. He's pit in him. And so like it's dangerous, and I'm happy everybody knows who he is because if
Yeah.
anybody didn't, like
The
he'd
thing
be
is, like,
shot
he
or
doesn't really
taken to
look
the
like a
pound.
pit bull.
Not yeah, no, but
He doesn't look
he's
like a
still a
traditional
big
pit
he's
bull.
still a big dog, and he's still got traits of him, and people are just afraid of big dogs.
Yeah,
And I feel like any other pit would have been, would have gotten messed up out in the real world.
yeah,
So it's good to know that the cops know him, and because cops are afraid of dogs, cops will shoot a dog if a dog comes running up to him.
yeah.
And the
That's-
fact that
That's what we were scared of with Shy when she got out.
Oh,
She does that
yeah.
thing where she like
she
she
shows
makes
her
like
teeth.
that. Yeah, she
Yeah.
shows her
She
teeth. And
smiles.
it looks
It
like
is-
she's
it-
growling or snarling at you,
Yeah,
but she's just smiling.
Yeah,
she's
she just
being all
smiles.
shy and stuff like that.
That's so cute.
This
She
is-
puts her ears back and smiles.
Yeah.
This is what Fresco kind of looked like, but he had more white on him, like a lot more
Yo.
white on
Yeah.
him. He looked like that. He
Looked
was so
like a cow.
fucking cute. Fucking love that dog. I miss
But
him.
yeah, we thought somebody just shot Shy.
Yeah.
That's what we were scared of. Either that or, someone just took her.
and kept her.
Yeah, because my brother wrote his number on her collar.
Yeah.
Like
She's
bold
probably
numbers.
just.
Yeah.
People probably saw her and were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, that's a big ass dog, big small dog.
It's a big dog. Yeah, right.
She's like short. She's like this. She's a little bigger
What
than
is she
Dallas.
called?
She's
What's
a
the-
blackmouth cur.
Okay, there you go. People can
Same dog as
Google
Zeus.
that. That's crazy.
Zeus was a blackmouth cur.
What is
but
he mixed
he
with?
Was, I think he was part pit.
Zeus is a big boy.
He was-
Shy's not a big girl.
He had like a brindle fur pattern and all that.
That was so
Yeah.
dope. When I first met Zeus, I was like, "Yo," I was scared of him because
Yeah.
like you
That's the
haven't played Skyrim, but I always made this joke with Pat. But I'm just like, there's a thing in Skyrim where the guy shouts and it can like blow people away, and I'm just like, what if Zeus walked up to you and you went, "Woof," and he just blew a house. He fucking
Oh
blew
my
a hole
God.
in your wall, and I'm just like, shit. I was always scared of him.
I was
but
scared of Zeus because Pat was the one that says if any dog's gonna bite you, it's gonna be that one.
But he was such
Yeah.
the kindest dog.
Yeah.
And then-
Zeus doesn't really bit anyone. He nipped people when
Yeah.
he,
He, like-
either
he, like-
felt in danger.
Like jumps and snaps how dogs do.
yeah,
yeah.
And bark at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They don't
'Cause
like
he
bite.
was really protective.
If anything, they put their mouth around you and they kind of let go. They don't actually bite and hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, they just
They don't
like,
feel threatened,
They
they
just,
just-
scratch their teeth on you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of the times it was being protective. Like
Yeah.
this one time, he nipped my cousin because she was like hitting my
Play
brother or
fighting,
something like
yeah.
that. Play fighting with my brother, yeah. And he nipped her on the ankle.
Mm. Yeah.
But that was just like a protective. He thought.
Yeah. Dogs
that
are
my brother was in
insane,
danger.
bro.
Yeah,
Dogs are wild.
but would you guys get a dog like later
Yeah.
on? Would
Yeah.
you guys go and adopt a dog?
When Deeds goes, I mean, I'm gonna give it time. I'm not gonna go buy a dog, but like
Yeah,
if one
yeah.
comes, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's the
'Cause,
thing.
like-
Like I would give it time. Because
Yeah,
dogs are
for
a
sure.
big responsibility.
My mom is in love with my dog right now. She's just like, this is the daughter that I never had. Because my mom wanted girls, and she got me, and my brother.
There you go. She
Yeah.
got what she wanted.
Yeah, and it's just like,
Such a
I don't
dad
know.
joke.
I told myself, I'm like, I want to get a dog right now. Like, I want to go adopt a dog right now. Like how you have Dallas. He's your dog.
Yeah.
Specifically
Yeah, you
your
never
dog.
had like your own dog to take care of and be
I-
responsible for.
I kind of did when Snowy had babies. She had one, and it was just like, it was, I don't know, it wasn't like what Snowy looks like. How she has curly hair and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was
Mhm.
silky white hair, and she was
Like
like
a
so
Pomeranian?
playful and so cute.
Like a white-haired Yorkie. Oh my
Yo-
god.
Yeah, but it was
That'd be
just
so
like,
horrible.
That'd
it
be
was-
terrible. They'd
I don't know,
they'd
for-
get so dirty.
it's not like a Yorkie's hair. It was like I don't know, soft. I don't know how to explain her hair because she had like a certain type of hair. And I told my mom like, this is my dog. And Jonathan had a dog too. Jonathan had one that was like, it was like Snowy but a boy, and shorter and fatter.
Yeah.
And it would just walk around. And like, I don't know, you can see my door in the back. It's all scratched up because of him. Fucking bitch. I hate it, bro. He had the longest nails. Like,
Yeah,
it always
puppies are
scratches the door. And
terrible,
I'm like, come on, bro.
I remember you used to always call Snowy, and you just hear her like nails on the ground.
On the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always
That's
that.
the funniest.
We
Yeah,
had
dogs
she had
are-
5 puppies. One of them is in Switzerland right now.
Boy, traveling.
Damn.
Yeah, he lives in
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Yeah,
That's
Gizmo,
so cool.
Gizmo was part of a litter that one of our older dogs had. Her name was Jessie. That was
Mhm.
my mom's favorite dog. It was a
Yeah.
corgi.
Oh,
Gizmo's part corgi, part Sheltie,
Chelsea. Yeah.
and it's the cutest thing. She's got the one ear, one floppy ear.
Oh,
She looks like a
yeah.
fox. She's so cute.
That's dope. My
She
mom.
used to be my dog, and now she's more of a family dog.
Yeah.
Dogs kind of choose who they're loyal to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like Deez will always sleep in my room by my bed. My grandma will open the like in the morning every morning. If he falls asleep somewhere else in the house, he'll like sit in front of my door, like with his back turned to my door,
Yeah.
and just wait till somebody comes and opens
That's
it
how
to come
Zeus was.
inside.
Zeus
Yeah.
would only sleep in my dad's room.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Snowy
That's
is.
so cool to
That's
see,
how Snowy
though.
is with my mom. My mom. Snowy's like a little baby.
That's the thing I love about dogs.
Like, like I would walk in my mom's room, and ask my mom something. There's like a little lump under the blanket. I'm like, what the hell is that?
She's
and
hiding
then,
it.
and then I say goodnight, mom, and I give my mom a hug, and all you see is the lump get up and just
Just
start walking to my mom, and I'm just like, what?
Was it you that I was in a party with the other day when Dallas managed to find his way under my fitted sheets?
Yes, you were talking
What?
about that.
I look over and my sheets just have a lump under them, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And I just see his tail.
Yeah, it's such a Dallas thing, dude.
Yeah, I
It was
feel
so
that.
funny.
But I want to get a pug.
Pug. Oh my god.
I want to get a pug. I
Pugs
want
are
to get a
so adorable.
pug or a bulldog.
Oh,
Bulldogs are lit. I
my
want to
sister
get
wanted
a.
bulldog. She
I
was
just
like, if
I had
wanted
one that I wanted to get, but I forgot.
I was either
What it
that
was.
or it's just like I want to get like a medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
It's one
I
of
don't want
those
like a
three.
huge dog.
Like an Annie.
Yeah,
No, I'm talking big.
Like
I'm
a
talking about
Dallas.
like Dallas.
yeah, like Dallas.
Dallas is the perfect
Dallas is like a
size.
perfect size dog.
Yeah.
He's a perfect size
He's
medium
fucking
dog.
lean.
He's freaking weird.
Bro,
He confused me so bad. Because, like, in pictures, he looks like a full-size, big-ass boxer.
Yeah.
But in person, he's under your knee in height and
he's like
size.
he's a midget boxer.
Literally. He's
But
just
he's
a
so
shrunken
fast.
boxer.
He's so fast.
I want to see him.
That's
I
where he
just,
gets his behavior problems, too, is boxers.
Yeah.
Most boxers are, like, really badly behaved.
yeah,
Yeah.
the rebels.
That's just
I'm
kind
not
of their
ready.
personality.
I'm not ready at all.
Puppies are going to be... Puppies are a fucking deal, bro.
Tell me about it.
They're so much... They're like a child. That's why I was saying, to what extent is adopting a kid like adopting a dog?
Yeah.
They don't complain to you. They don't.
They
cry.
live
don't
less
talk,
long.
yeah, but... I mean, they fuck around with other shit. Like, when they start teething and...
Start
Puppies
biting
have
on
all
your
that,
couch
too.
and shit.
Yeah.
Like Shy. She's
They
eating.
go through it.
I don't understand how Shy is still alive, to be honest. Like, that sounds
Oh,
fucked
hasn't
up.
she eaten a bunch of chemicals and
Yeah,
shit?
she eats so much shit. Like, if we
Yeah.
accidentally leave something in the backyard, when my brother got her, she went out back and ate a bottle of lighter fluid.
Excuse me.
Oh my god.
Your dog did what?
And we were just like, she's gonna
They
die.
can do that, but chocolate's supposed to kill them?
Yeah, for real. That's tough. Imagine being able to drink lighter fluid and just
Drinking
chocolate kills you.
Yeah.
That's the way life works.
You guys remember? You guys remember Jay's dog?
I don't know Jay. I still don't know Jay.
Your
My cousin.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen him.
I've never met him.
I've met Jay.
Yeah, you've met Jay.
I haven't seen his dog though.
Because this is what she looked like before. She's a very
That's like
small
a big
poodle.
snowy.
Yeah, it's like a big snow. You want to know how big she is now? She's like this big.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Real big snowy.
We found 2 of those one time. A black one and a white one. Giant poodles, dude.
Yin and yang.
Like literally like Great Dane sized poodles. And we had them in our backyard.
Great Danes or poodles are huge. Can get
Yeah.
huge.
Poodles are freaking gigantic. And we found 2 of them, and they would just like gallop around the backyard. These giant ass beasts of dogs, literally.
Yeah, this is her now.
Oh my god.
Oh, so cute. I
Like how
love
they always-
gigantic
yeah.
dogs.
Those things I've been sending you, the flat dog doodles.
Yeah,
Those are so funny.
Yeah.
With the really skinny like greyhounds are like
yeah, they're like
She She can hit my stomach. She like knocks me out.
I still have that picture of you hugging what's her name?
Ava.
Ava. Yeah.
Yeah, Enrique's dog.
Yeah.
When she's like up
Dude.
on your shoulders.
Dude, that was insane.
I still have that video.
That was crazy.
Great Danes are beautiful, dude.
But
Dog's
yeah,
like
Those
7.5
giant
feet
dogs
tall.
are-
man's best
The bigger
friend
the
is
dog,
probably
the
like
better.
the best thing in the world.
Hell yeah.
Gotta love dogs. What about cats? I fuck with cats. I know Kyle does. You gotta
Yeah.
find the right cat.
Yes, yeah, that's the thing. Cats
had
are
a-
super like win or lose, dude.
Yeah.
I had
Either
a
get fucking
cat.
asshole or a dope cat. I got so lucky with Simba.
Yeah.
I feel
Guess-
we just raised him right because we raised him from a kitten.
Guess what happened like a year ago today?
That was a year
What?
ago today.
That wasn't a year ago today. It was
We
a
don't
year
need
ago.
to
A
talk
couple days
about
ago.
that.
Let's talk about it.
Why?
So your brother last year gifted you what?
A pocket pussy. A portable vagina.
Portable vagina.
Jesus Christ, man! I can't get over that. I can't get over that. What the fuck?
I'd rather end the podcast
Compact coochie.
because we've had super dope conversations and it's just turned
Now we're
into
talking about a compact coochie.
Compact coochie. Anyway, yeah, no, I don't know. This is something I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Episode 6.
That was a good episode.
It was
Yeah.
short and sweet. Not really
Hell
short, but like
No, it definitely
Sweet and
wasn't
savory.
short.
hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
That's pretty
It's
short.
not bad.
Anyway,
Compared to
yeah,
the other ones, it's short.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening.
Thanks for listening.
It's been
Hopefully
Mile Zero.
you listened to episode 5 before this last week.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is. Stay tuned. Every Saturday we got an episode coming up, and they're still coming, and they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna keep getting better. We're gonna keep growing. So keep
Yeah.
following.
And again, we want you guys' feedback and stuff like that. If you can, share, like, subscribe.
Share a like.
Comment.
Do what you
Please, like,
can.
We're
Yeah,
asking
give us
for
feedback.
comments. We want comments, man. Like more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe you never know. If you probably share this with somebody, you might help somebody out one day.
Exactly.
And just
Yeah.
like,
Like an example, you could be like, "Stop saying yeah all the time," and I'll be like, "Yeah."
Yeah. There you go.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you guys for listening. We're Mile Zero, everyone. We're on the pursuit to paradise, and we hope to see you there one day.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
See ya.